Hey guys, check it out. So we finally have the fully painted figure of Ganondorf. So why not compare them again, right? So right off the bat, I can tell you that the paint job, at least on the face, looks pretty darn nice. Now, the only thing that I'm gonna try and zoom in, of course, on the eyes, which is something that I know a lot of you really want to see the eyes. How good it looks, and sadly we don't have any images that are good enough to get a close-up of those eyes, but I gotta say the rest of the figure looks great. Now do mind you that the Figma figure that we're seeing, the colors are a little bit darker than what they should be, at least you know, just judging by the in-game model. So the hair is a little bit darker, but the rest is pretty darn close. Like, I mean, the outfit itself looks great. Obviously, remember with that, we're not seeing the actual Ganondorf model. We're actually seeing, the statue of him. Which you make. But the colors seem to line up pretty good. The sash here is the only one that is kind of weird because, see, it does have a little bit of that pinkish and purplish color, but the in-game model list here doesn't look like it does have them. So I'm pretty sure they took some liberties. I mean, pretty sure they use a lot of stuff from the art book. I mean, the gold color, of course, for the jewelry, and here is not in the game. It's not that gold. It's not that shiny gold, but it is on the figure. Obviously, if we take a closer look at this jewel on the forehead, you guys can see that in the actual figure it looks dark. It looks completely dark. Now, would that be final? Maybe or maybe not. I have a theory that maybe it's gonna be transparent and he's gonna have a light up head that's gonna let you light it up, which would be pretty cool if they do that. Obviously, we got the inside of the sleeves. That now we can see the inside pattern, which looks to be pretty similar. Remember that the one showing you here in the game is supposed to be in motion. He's not standing still. You guys can see there, but other than that, this looks really darn great. They even have the hair done the right way from the looks of it. Remember that, like I said, this one is in motion, it's not standing still. And if we go to the boss fight, he's just gonna move around. So Ganondorf is looking a lot better than the in-game, honestly. And you can see that he does have this little pattern here, as well as this one here. But a few differences. Remember that this is just a statue. It's not the actual boss fight, so there might be some differences there with the model. But still, they're doing a great job. So how about we head over to Zelda, which is one which I'm gonna do a little bit different because I do not have a model for in the game. And I think if you find her going around the place, you just find the freaking fake ones, and they're dressed in blue, not with the ancient outfit. So let's go and check that out. Okay guys, so this is gonna be a little bit different since Zelda's in-game model, especially for this outfit, I cannot find. But as you guys can see right off the bat, they both have the earrings. They seem to be pretty much the same. Obviously the figure has a little bit more detailing on the hair. You can see how the braids stick out a little bit more that they do here. And don't worry, I got more pictures here of her, but you can also see that she does have these armbands in the figure as well. Obviously the Master Sword. And you can see that she does have the wristbands here as well, both of them. So now that we saw that, how about this area here, this area of the chest? There's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure there's a 6 one there. Where we'll check that out because this isn't the only image that I have for. So go in. Let me check that other image that I have for is here. You can see her from the front. And let's switch over to one where she's from the front here. A few of them. Where is it? Oh yeah, I do have something. This is an in-game model, yeah. So as you guys can see, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, this is correct. I was wrong saying 6. You can see that she has the jewel there. Man, I always keep forgetting the names of those. I play through the whole game. She has the little tears. You can see them here. Obviously, this one is, you know, dirtied up. But at least with this game model, we can see her feet. You can see that the dress does have the multiple triangles. It has 4 of them on the top, 5 underneath, basically giving you the Triforce. 4 Triforces there. You have these little things here that hang, which look like they actually hang in the game, but in the figure it looks like they're pretty solid. You can see the folds on the dress, so 1, 2, 3 folds. The wrinkles are in the right spots. The chest area, obviously you can see that this part is supposed to be the bottom part of the dress, the white, and this part is going to be the blue one. I gotta say is pretty darn close. Obviously she has her eyes closed here, but you can see the eyebrows is what's different, because you can see how she has this shape here, but here she does not have that shape. Now let me go and look at the other image that I have of her, which is this one here, and we can see that at least here in this one the shape is a little bit closer to what we have here, which is pretty close to this one. So you guys can see this is how they look, but remember her eyes are closed here, her eyes are open here, so that's just a minor difference. That's something that shouldn't be a big problem for them to change up a little bit. So she is pretty darn close, and I know a lot of people are gonna be, Zero, what about her feet? Does she have 5 toes? Yes, she does have 5 toes, as you guys can see here, but the toes are different, of course. They're not blocky, they're actually pretty realistic from what you're seeing here. And of course her sandals, you can see that the sandals in the in-game model have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straps. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straps, pretty much, if you count the one back here. And then when it comes to this area, they have the little gem here, the little stone, they have the detailing here, and then they have the connecting part. And she does have that ankle bracelet there. I almost call it an ankle monitor, but yeah, it's looking pretty much perfect, pretty perfect, you know. And there's more details that you can see, like this detail here for this design. You can see that it's a little, that's like white or silver, and you can see it clearly here, obviously. And the Master Sword, let's talk about the Master Sword, because I know you guys are all talking about that sword. The Master Sword, sadly we can only see it from this angle, but as you guys can see, if we go a little bit back, it is pretty much the same sword. There's really not much that no differences here. As you guys can see, same sword, same hilt, same everything, pretty much the same. Now, what do I expect this figure? I know what you guys are saying. Zero, what would be the accessories? Obviously, the different faces of her. Just different faces is one of the different hands. But if you tell me what accessory would be pretty cool to have, would be this one. This. Yeah. The accessory they're asking for is a small pedestal of her hair and the Master Sword, where you can put the Master Sword like this. Now, that would be 2 accessories actually, because it would be this pedestal, obviously, of the hair, but it will also be the fully almost restored Master Sword, which has the golden glow to it, which would be pretty easy just to add this part to this Master Sword already, to already broken one. So you can have it like this. See? That would make sense. But would they do that? I don't know. Maybe. It could be likely, could be not. But I think that would be great. Obviously, her hand with the Triforce logo glowing would be a really nice accessory, and that is something you can kind of see here. You can see that she does have like a different design at the back of the hand instead of here, right? You can see like a little white outlines here. So that is really cool, and the hair is the same hair, you know. And remember, I know what you're saying, Sarah, what about this design? Where is it here? It's not here because it's not painted, and this design is gonna be painted on later on, just like they did with Ganondorf, where you can see a lot of the designs because they were not painted, but once they paint her, she will have the design, which is pretty nice. But other than that, you know, even the little frilly parts here are there. They did one hell of a job with her. One hell of a job. See, the earrings even have the little designs, the little tears, you know, the ears look great. Remember that I always say this. Remember that a figure is gonna look a little bit different because it's made of plastic, obviously. It's a solid object, it's something that is real, it's not pixels. And what you have and what you're getting with these figures is pretty much, if you were ever wondering what Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf would look in 4K if Nintendo actually made them in 4K in-game models, this is pretty much as 4K as highest resolution as you guys can get. You know, this is pretty awesome, and I'm pretty sure they're using CAD files, which is basically what they're doing with the Mega Man ones, which is pretty awesome. They take the whole in-game model and then they 3D, you know, 3D it in basically in the computer and do all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure they're doing the same thing, plus some work with just sculpting, you know, normal sculpting by hand. But yeah, she's looking great. Even you can see the length of the dress here. You can see it here as well. So that's really darn cool. Pretty darn cool what they did here. Really awesome. A lot better than seeing this, obviously. So that is great. So yeah, guys, I think that's it for this video. I think I talked a little bit too much here. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.